Hi, everybody. Hi, Nikki. Ferris, Raymond, Adam.
Whoa. Embarrassing.
Butterfly, John.
Butterfly.
Butterfly, right there, man. Dominique.
Butterfly.
Katie with a K.
I see Joseph.
Krista. 2 Kristas. Oh, no, a Katie and a Krista. And then a KT.
This is
look at
rough,
this.
guys. This
Katie,
is rough.
Christy, and KT all together in one line.
Yeah.
Who's this? Synapsis? Wow.
Joe.
Bro.
Julian. What's going on?
Candy.
Hey, Brooke. Hey, Mike. Hey,
Joel.
Matt. Chadwick. Michael
What's
Chadwick.
going on, my man?
Hi, Joelle.
Dominic Spinelli. Hey, brother. How you doing, man?
Hey, there's Butterfly. Victor's in the house.
Yeah.
Rachel Vaughn.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. For this entire time, I've been calling Joe B, and his last name's Pip.
Yeah, it's Joe P.
Fuck.
No,
seriously,
it's
were
Joe
you?
B. It's Joe B. He. Sometimes it says Joe B.
No, it's P. It's Pip.
No, Joe Pip. He's doing sign language. Sounds like.
Just Joe, just take your shirt off and write on your chest. What? What?
Wait, so is it Joe P or Joe B?
He's got nice white teeth. Look at those teeth.
Just go like this. What? Joe? Is it Joe B? Yes.
We
or
can't see
no?
your fingers, bro.
I'm going to say with Joe B
We
because
can't
that's
see your
just how it
fingers.
is. That's
Make
how I
your
know
make
you.
your screen make
Look
make, make your screen wider. You're up and down,
Chuck,
bro. Go
do not
sideways.
encourage them, please.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah, unmute him.
Yeah, miss.
We want to know.
Or we could just play this game for a little while.
It's kind of game.
All right. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Joe Pip is my nickname.
Joe the Pimp.
Joe in Italian's Peppino.
Pepino.
Right. Please don't start saying it like that.
Oh,
Shane.
for sure.
Please say-
So it's either
Okay.
Pepino or Joe the Pimp. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just Joe Pip. Joe B was my Zoom name on my phone because the B is the first initial of my last name.
Oh, what's your last
Oh,
name?
no.
What's your last name and address, Joe?
Borometi's my last name. Address you can't have unless you're sending me a check. You got a check for me?
Boom. That's what I'm talking about.
I might owe you, bro. I might owe you.
I'll take it. I'll take
All
whatever's
right,
coming,
I know,
bro.
I know. So
Eggs
will
are
I.
expensive.
I
But yeah, Nat, my
know.
nickname's Joe Pip. My friends call me Joe Pip. You can call me Joe Pip.
Joe
Joe Pip's
Pip.
more
Nope.
professional.
Thank
I'm
you.
going with Joe B.
Joe Pip.
I-
Okay.
Pepino.
I
I'm
like
ca-
Joe B.
No,
I'm calling you
Like-
Joe Pip because that's
I'm going
what's
Pepino.
up there.
Now I
You
gotta
know why?
Pepino.
I can
Now I
never
got a
forget it.
Zamzao and a Pepino.
No,
What? I'm sorry. I got
that
two
just
now.
sounds so
That does
not right.
All right. so-
Why, Nat?
Because
Yeah. What's your problem?
do you guys remember John B with the goat?
No.
Wow.
The singer?
You got it, Joe B. That's what I'm talking about. He was smooth. He was a smooth cat.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Joe.
Let's see who's
Joe-
on the
oh,
second page. Let's see who's loving each other. Hey, Candy. I see Candy there.
I like it, Rachel.
And
You
Nikki,
couldn't afford him,
Synapsis,
Shane.
Farah, Sammy Brewers, Adams, iPhone, Chloe, Raymond, Islas, Kim
You are
Fleming.
so loud to me right now.
Sorry, I'm excited.
Thanks.
Katie, Krista.
Like, take it down a notch.
Where's
Damn.
there's who's connecting to audio up there? All right,
Doctor?
Doctor.
Yes, you guys can't. We had. I can't pronounce his last name. Doctor.
Sorowski.
No.
Right there. Oh man, he disappeared.
You guys say the last name, Shane. You're better at it than I am.
Luke Hain.
Yeah, Luke. Luke.
Oh, he's here. Nice.
We butchered.
There he is, right there. There he is.
There he is. Hey, brother.
Oh, wait.
Unmute him.
Yeah, unmute him so he can actually.
He was
so I
just
don't-
on our podcast
Yesterday,
episode
stay
dropping
tuned.
soon.
Okay, can you say your last name for us so that we don't like totally butcher it?
Laquanin.
Laquanin, Dr. Laquanin.
Yeah.
Yes,
We just called him by his first name, Dr. Brian.
Dr. Brian. That's right.
That's right.
Works.
Laquanin.
Laquanin.
Dr.
Laquanin,
Laquanin.
yep.
Thank
Great
you for-
podcast,
Yeah,
guys.
great podcast.
Dropping
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
and
was
he,
a lot of fun.
and on top of that, he has an amazing book. Where is the book? It's
I took
what's
mine
it?
home.
It's
Mine's in my office, but
how to get a resisting loved one into treatment.
I have a sensitive nose. Sometimes it does it wrong.
How to get your
Oh, I love it.
resisting loved one
So
into
good.
treatment. Really
Oh,
good
thanks,
book, you
guys.
guys. Really good book.
Everybody
Check
can
it out.
get it on Amazon.
Amazon.
And it's really good for parents and
Yeah,
siblings.
loved
and-
one.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in here, you guys, just to read through about even just us in general.
Yeah.
Or if you're a family member that's on the Zoom right now, and you have a resisting loved one.
Thanks, Chuck.
Great book. Anyways, let's get this party started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, welcome to the Hopeaholics
Tuesday night.
Tuesday
Cover
night.
out
I was doing like the intro for the podcast. Welcome to the Tuesday night Recover Out Loud meeting, guys. I'm super excited for tonight.
Yep.
We got an amazing guest, Jez, in the house.
That's right.
As always, guys, I just like to remind everybody that the Hopeaholics podcast started out of a tragedy. I lost my son-in-law to the fentanyl crisis on 9/11 of 2022, which brought this band together.
Yep.
You know, and
Dysfunctional band.
this dysfunctional band, this dysfunctional family that I'm super grateful for, and super grateful for all of you that show up because you are part of this dysfunctional family.
That's right.
You show up every Tuesday night. We get some recovery. One of the things I like to remind everybody, though, Recover Out Loud is a movement, not a program. So continue doing what you do on a daily basis to stay sober. Let us, let the Hopeaholics, let this meeting, the Recover Out Loud meeting, the movement, just be that little extra, you know, when you get that piece of cake, the corner piece, that extra icing on top. But yeah. What?
I don't know why, but I always think of pie.
Yes,
Every time when you say that. So I always just like
I knew you were laughing about the corner piece.
I know.
I was
Sorry.
I was a really fat kid, you guys, and I really love the corner piece of the cake because it has the most frosting. It's the good piece. And if I can get a flower on it or whatever, I'm like super stoked. So that's who I'll always be at heart. So
Me too. I'll take the crust.
I just, you guys, if you hung out around here like during the week,
You
like
got
we
fucking
all
medication
we-
too. Okay, everyone here is fucking on
We-
medication. Let's
we-
just tell them the truth now.
Speak
Let's
for
just tell them the
yourself.
truth.
I'm on
Speak for
zero meds,
Me
but
too.
we
Thank you.
literally all
I'm
have
on supplements, dog.
we
I'm
all
on
have
that.
eating disorders. Like on Friday, Natalie, I don't know what happened. She got depressed. She went to the donut store and brought in like 24 donuts, and within like 2 hours there was 2 donuts left, and there's literally only 4 of us here. So we have
Misery
problems.
loves company.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's not good. But enough about us dysfunctionality.
Yeah.
Shane,
Let's get to the main event. It's the first time I did that, but I kind of liked it.
Shout out Charlie. I see you.
I kind of liked it. Let's get to the main event.
I need you to like take your 10 to like.
You know what? I need you to
a two.
fucking take your earphones off.
I need you to calm down.
All right.
and
You
not
know what? I'll
swear.
go you right now. Just
Bring it.
no.
and
Way
we're
too
taking bets right now.
Way too
Who will win in a wrestling match between Shane and Natalie Eva Marie?
Natalie's got
Go ahead and put it in the
Natalie's
comments.
got 20 years.
If you guys don't exactly, and also if you
Natalie.
watch Shane walk, coordination. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, God.
I got you all day.
She will kick your ass.
Thanks, guys.
Shane.
You know,
Oh, I
just for
love
that-
this
Just
crew.
for that, I'll
Yes.
not just for that, I'll knock you the fuck out.
I will say, one smack with those paws.
Right? That's
I'm-
all.
I'm
That's
dust.
it. That's it. That's
Good night. Lights out.
It. God.
All right,
Oh,
all
my
right,
goodness.
all right.
Sorry.
Enough of
Sorry,
this
guys.
WWE
Sorry.
SmackDown
That was-
Clearly,
stuff.
we have a lot of resentments amongst
That was-
one another that we gotta
that
sort.
was- That was rude.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Shane.
Brother, it's
You know, I'm
brother,
gonna give it to you tonight. You go ahead.
I forgot
you
her
int-
name again.
Jez.
Jez,
Jez.
come on,
Jeez.
Jez.
Well, I'm joking. I did it. I just trying to grind her a little. What's your problem, man? I really like the
What's
flower.
your problem, eh?
Jez, you always have a flower, and the last time I saw you was on Sunday,
Right,
and you had a flower.
right.
On the
Even-
other
even
side.
when I graduated here, I had flowers.
You had the
I think I
flower.
had like
It's
4
nice,
in my hair.
and it's an orchid, right? What kind of flower is it?
This is a lily.
Lily.
yeah,
that was
sweet.
my grandmother's.
Gotta work with
she
what I
liked the
got
lily.
since
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah. It's nice. It's really
Yeah.
nice. We have Jez. She's going to take it away. What, 15, 20 minutes of her story, Strength and Hope?
Experience, strength, and hope.
Strength
Yeah,
and hope.
that
Yeah,
too.
Shane.
That too.
Somebody has no idea. That's why he's on
This
meds.
is why.
We
This
work
is
a
why
program. Jade is
a mess. we call him a mess.
a cheerleader.
Yeah. Pom pom, baby.
Jez,
All right,
Yeah.
you ready?
take it away.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go.
Please.
Alrighty. Well, aloha. Thank you
Aloha.
for having me here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Natalie, Chad, and Shane. Today I'm feeling truly grateful to be here. So, as you can see, I am from Hawaii. I'm from the island of Big Island. and I came here on July 2nd, 2024. I went into detox at Hope Lodge in Magellan, Costa Mesa. Let me backtrack a little bit about where I come from. So I come from a family. There's 5 of us in my family. My mom and dad is still married today.
Oh, wow.
I was raised in a church family around God. 16 years old, I came out to my family that I was gay, and I started cross-dressing, and I kind of like lost my identity, kind of lost who I was. I felt like I didn't fit in with my family no more. I ran. I ended up on the streets at 16. I refused to obey my dad and my family who was trying to help me. But, at that point, we don't understand each other. At the point, I'm just thinking my dad doesn't like me. My dad doesn't love me. My dad doesn't want me here. But, I look back at that and I think my dad just was worried about me, trying to protect me. So I healed through that. 16, I started partying, right? Just alcohol, marijuana, cocaine. And it escalated when I turned 21. I got into meth, heroin, and fentanyl. And I got addicted to that. It led me to human trafficking. At the same time, I was an entertainer in Hawaii. So I did drag shows. I did runway fashion shows. I love the adrenaline, like we were talking earlier. Yeah, I enjoyed the adrenaline. I enjoyed the attention.
Sure.
It helped me feel the void of not loving myself because other people loved the way I entertain people. It filled that void in me, right? And so I did that, 21. Today I'm 31 years old. This was my 6th time coming to treatment. So yeah, I do have like all that chaos, human trafficking, rape. I got into prostitution later where I had a hard time letting that go because it was like after the show, we're high, we're drunk. All of us girls is like, yes, I felt like the ticket, I'm getting skinny. I felt fish. In Hawaii, we call transgenders fish. Like,
Oh, okay.
when they have mug means face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was just that attention, and I just kept running. I kept doing the same thing over and over again. I loved getting arrested. I enjoyed chaos. I enjoyed getting into like abusive relationships. My longest relationship I was in was 5 years, and that took me out. Yeah. So I got sober in 2019. I was the first transgender woman to graduate from Salvation Army Treatment Center. I protested for that, babes. And it was a proud moment. I stayed 2 years sober. I had 2 years sober, and I thought I was ready, and I wasn't. My relationship went downhill. It's relationships for me. Relationship for me is no good. It hurts, especially when I try to take care of that person more than I can take care of myself, right? So I graduated the program in 2019. I was doing really good. And then I started working in healthcare. I started working in hospitals, nursing homes. And then I was like, I'm going to secretly use to keep me up at night. I'm working these 16-hour shifts. I'm going to secretly use, and no one's going to know. But later on, at the end, everybody knew because I had my shit together, but not really. I would go into psychosis modes. I would get real depressed. I flatlined 3 times, woke up in ICU, took me to the psych ward. And you know what? I did not learn. I still wanted to get lit. It's like I wasn't ready. This past time, how I ended up here in California, I was reaching out to like multiple people around the world. I was following your folks' podcast. I was introduced by Michelle Kobayashi, Alika Gambo, Journey to Solutions, and I kept asking, but I didn't really know what I wanted. I was like, should I do this or should I keep going? My sponsor in Hawaii was telling me to keep going. She's like, Jez, just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. And I just kept going. It came to a point where nobody wanted to talk to me. My family would go on vacations, not invite me. But, there was a reason because I'm high and I'm lying. I'm manipulating them for money. I lose my job. I lost my job at the hospital. I lost my job at the Hilton Hotel. Sorry, I'm sweating.
Oh, it's hot in here.
I'm sweating.
It is hot in here.
I started to lose things, and then people not talking to me. It's like I lost the healthy relationships. I lost all that. All my sober support, like Michelle Kobayashi, everybody in Hawaii. It's like it's silence. You know, everything just no one wants to talk to me. I write to people like, "Hey sis, how are you?" No one responds. So I end up sitting in this depression, like just like this real bad depression, where I start to go into this like psychosis, where I start talking to someone, but that's not here. You know, and I just keep going into the psych ward over and over. I come out, I ask God, please protect me, please protect me, please help me, please help me. And then he protects me, and then I run with it. I would take advantage of what he gives to me, you know? I would use that as like a shield for temporary, and then I would go smoke, get lit, and then run back home when I need safety, because I'm going crazy out there on the street, you know? So yeah, it became very unmanageable, and I reached out to Alika from Pro Recovery Power, and shout out to Alika and Marco from Journey to Solutions. I decided to change my life. I was supposed to come to Hope by the Sea on July 1st of 2024. I decided that I wanted to keep smoking. See how I keep like going? Yeah, I still like go. So I get in my car. I'm driving to the airport. I'm like trying to decide. I'm trying to come up with a plan. Tiffany is calling me, blowing me up, because she's like, "Where are you? You didn't get on the flight. You can't be doing this. You better get here. If you want this, you better get here, because we are not going to waste our time." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, it was traffic. But Big Island has no traffic, first of all. Big Island has no traffic." So she's like, "Okay, we'll see." I get to the airport, park my car, light my bowl, and then I'm like, "Oh my God, I have to call the customer service. I want to reschedule my appointment to come here." So they're like, "I'm sorry, you have to go into the airport, and you have to walk into the airport." And I'm like sweating. I smell like drugs, alcohol, and I'm like, "Oh no, I can't go in there." So I ended up going in there. See? I ended up going in there all high, and everybody's like, they all know me at the airport because I'm a constant flyer. Whenever I go island to island, and I like to go Kihele in Hawaii means go. I like to go all these different islands and use everybody on every island. And so, they all know me, "Jess, are you okay?" And I'm like all sweaty. My hair starts to get flat, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing." But I canceled my flight and I rebooked it. I went back in my car. Everything was broken in my car. Like all my glass that I had in there that I was saving was broken. I went home. That day. My family still didn't come back from the mainland. They were up here for a rodeo, not here, but in Georgia, and it's almost like God was showing me that my family was waiting for me to depart, from the well, because I was just poisoning it. All I was doing was sitting around doing drugs. I couldn't even babysit my niece. I couldn't even take care of myself. I couldn't take care of my family. I was like the babysitter for my family, and I would babysit them high. I would babysit all these beautiful kids all high. And whenever they'd be like, "Auntie Jez, what's wrong?" And I would just be sitting there. I'm like, "I'm okay." But really, really, I'm battling something, right? Like kids know. Mm-hmm. The kids know something's wrong with Auntie Jez. What is wrong? So I went home, and then I laid on the couch. I kind of nodded off because I was up for a very long time. So I nod off, and then I went into like this dream. I don't know what happened, but it was like I fell asleep, and then like I could see myself laying on my mom's couch, and then I'm like rising above my body. Like I could see myself laying there, and then I'm walking out of my mom's house. Like I'm walking out of her house to the front door into the garage. And then I walk in there and I see one of my sister's best friends. She got shot a day before Christmas from her husband, Teresa Kachula, rest in peace. And she also was on this journey, So she stopped gambling. She got into God. Anyway, she had got shot the day before Christmas, and I saw her in the garage, and I was like, "Hey sis, what's up?" And she's like, "Welcome home." And I said, "Welcome home? I am home. Like what?" And then I said, "Oh my God, Teresa, I got murdered." And she was like, "Oh my God, me too." Yeah, she said, "Me too." And she had like a haku on, like a lei in her head and everything. It was like she was in this white, beautiful dress. Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh." I started speaking death, right? I'm like, wow, that was just crazy. And she just was like, "Welcome home. Did you hear Jason shot me?" And I was just like, "Oh my God." Then boom, I instantly woke up. And I was like, like gasping for air. It's almost like I felt like I died. It was really weird. And then I prayed to my grandma. My grandma always knows when I'm going through something. She always reaches out to me My grandma Dorinda, she always reaches out to me when she knows that I'm going through something, either spiritual or, a lot, I believe, was to do with me. I had resentments towards someone back home. It was a guy, and I wanted to make sure that he was hurt before I left to get better. And I started to just like kind of like pray for him to get hurt, And I believe God had me sit a little longer with Satan to make me realize how much time to take advantage of his power and his healing that he gives to me, and I run with it. So I think that was like a God shot moment for me. And then I instantly called Tiffany back, and I was like, listen, I need help. Everything in my mom's house was like starting to get real blurry. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was really crazy. And I got here July 2nd. Yeah. By the grace of God, today I have 140 days sober.
Amazing.
Yay.
Yeah, I just
Amazing.
completed my first. I graduated here, Hope by the Sea. I graduated here on October 25th.
Amazing.
It was amazing. I was one of the few that came from Costa Mesa, and when I got up here to this part of California, I was like freaking out because change. But I told myself, if I can sleep in trap houses and tell them my whole story and cry them a river and smoke all their drugs, then I can do this. I can sleep with all these girls who has love for each other. And, at the time, our house managers, they were really good when I was there. They calmed me down. It was like 9:00 at night. I didn't want to turn my phone in. I was like, no, I'm calling an Uber. This program is not going to work. I'm going to go to Cali Prime. I was naming all these treatment centers. And then, look, I graduated. I gave it my all. I said, why can't I do this? I did this before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like, Jezen and I had to constantly tell myself good things. I had to tell myself, like, Jezen, you came here, there's a purpose. Well, I started getting close to God. I started going to church. I started praying. This is the first time in recovery I have a sponsor. It's the first time I go to meetings. I don't separate myself from them. I don't tell myself that I'm better than, because that's how I used to roll. I used to be like, I'm better than. I'm not an alcoholic. I got my shit together. But really no. So, it's been humbling. It's been a humbling experience. After I graduated this program, today I got promoted at my job that I work at. I work at a mental health facility. I am now a program aid manager. So that's pretty cool. I wasn't seeing that coming my way. And yeah. And now I work here. Yeah. I work at one of the detox houses. So, it's a full circle. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I believe that if I continue doing the next right thing, God will continue blessing me. Yeah. And yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's so great.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love just the rawness and like the lengths that we go of like our insanity of like, how do you say it in Hawaiian? Go, go, go.
Kihele.
Yeah. It's wild of just like the kind of the hamster wheel of doing things that normal people don't do. But you got here.
Right.
Because you finally hit, like the most of us that are on this meeting, you finally hit that, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had your God moment, you had your like death experience where you felt like that was kind of a God shot.
Yes. I felt like that was a sign.
Yeah.
Like, Jezen, if you're going to keep doing this, you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. Like, I could just see myself dying. I started witnessing people getting murdered.
Yeah.
I lost my car. I started losing things real quick. Like this last relapse I had before I got here, it was like, boom. Everything just went one time.
Yeah.
I lost my car. I couldn't even walk outside. My car got repoed. And I'm like, I was embarrassed.
Right.
My sister came in the room and she's like, Jez, your car is being towed. I said, what? They didn't even knock on the door. Why are you doing that? And I'm fucking half sleeping, right? So I'm like, oh no, where's my car going? And then I looked out the window and I watched my car just get towed away. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then my dad's, of course, like, oh my God, what's going on? Are you doing, he wasn't like, he was always questioning me. My family's always questioning me because when they tell me things like that, I start to like get crazy. Like I'll take their drywall out of the house. It's like me and my dad, yeah. But today we're good. Today we're good. Today we're good. I did a lot of bad things to my family. I like to take their drywall out. I get mad. I get angry because I'm guilty, right?
Sure.
the conscious.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
I get, the more relapses I had, the more guilty I got, and then it's like they're right. They're so right. You know, I still try to hide it.
Sure.
My car's getting towed. I didn't pay my car 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Where's all your money, Jez? Oh, it's gone.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't even perform anymore either. It was crazy. Like the boss of the bar was like, Jez, you can no longer. Sorry, you have to get well. And I was like, I am well. What are you talking about? Everything's just going.
Oh, with the face there.
Right?
No, the faces were just like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
you know. and I
Totally.
started-
like
I could
no,
not.
I
I could
got-
no longer keep up. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. I even passed out the night they fired me. I passed out. In the backstage because I was so like I was drinking Red Bull vodka.
Yeah.
And I was like I was taking pills and I was smoking meth. So like I was going up and down, up and down, up and down. I did a song. It was and I came out in all this like tassel and I was like I had big hair and I came out to she works hard.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
going and I just couldn't. That night I could tell, oh no, I'm fucked up, you know. And I was sweating and all under me was this all sweat. And then I passed out. That moment they knew. They were like, oh my God, my eyes was all like humongous. Yeah. And then, in fact, that night they used the Narcan on me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so it was like pretty crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. It was
And even
crazy.
after that, you were still going.
Right. They fired me and I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they all would like write to me and I just would be like, You know, I became angry. And then you know what? Today I think back and I'm like, I was angry at myself more than I was angry at them. You know, but it looked like it was towards them because like the way I am, you know,
Yeah.
very exotic and I like to exaggerate and get loud and if I don't get my way, I get mad, you know. And yeah, it was me. I didn't want to stop. I wanted to keep going. Yeah, I told myself I'm gonna just keep going. Part of me wanted to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, a part of me wanted to die, and that's kind of sad. But I turned my life. I turned my life coming up here. You know, I saw other people like me. I put myself in this position of like relating to someone
Yeah.
more than looking at the difference.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's why I say it's so humbling up here. You know, I met cool people. I have a beautiful house manager, and then the owner of our house, like they're very inspiring and motivating. People I work with is like in recovery, so that moves me a lot. The staff that I was in the treatment center that I went to, they are very like kind, they're respectful, like, you know, yeah, they helped me a lot. They dealt with me
Yeah.
because when I first got here, I walked around here like princess, like. I don't know. I just was like, I don't want, you know, it's change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I remember my case manager, she was like, I went, hi, I'm Jess. I'm from Hawaii. She's like, oh, obviously. And I'm like, oh, I need to make a dentist appointment. And she's like, wait, are you mine? And I'm like, duh. And she was like, as weeks went on, she was like, okay, chica, let me tell you something. I really grew to get to know you and I really love you. And I'm really, really proud of you. When I first met you, I was thinking, who's this girl walking down the hall like somebody owes her something and she's the only unicorn around here. Just to let you know, you're not the only unicorn, okay? But yeah, I grew. I could say I honestly grew, like, you know, even like from Brooke and stuff, like they all moved me. Like they all motivated. In fact, she was like part of that journey coming on this way. And like they never gave up on me.
Yeah.
There was times when I just wanted to go back home.
Sure.
You know, I didn't want to deal with certain things, but I have to change that thought, right? If I can't change my mind, I would never be able to change my life. So I roll with that every day when I wake up. Even when there's like problems in my sober living house, I tend to like get sucked right into it. But I've been learning to like just do like box breathing and like look at myself in the mirror and tell myself how beautiful I am and I'm blessed and I love my car. My car is my husband. It's a Lexus. You know, so I just talk to myself every day and it's okay. It's healthy talking, right? So yeah, it's amazing.
I love that. I mean, it sounds like when you say it out loud, it sounds so crazy, but it's so important.
Right.
Like what we're saying, like there's so much power in the tongue.
Right.
Where the things that we would say to ourselves, we would never say to our best friends or our loved ones ever. But we have no problem getting ourselves riled up and into the next worst decision ever.
Yeah.
But then when you flip that script, which is our mind, and changing our mind is exactly what you said.
Right.
It changes everything. I remember when you first came up in here, You have such a beautiful spirit,
Yeah.
and
you.
it's really awesome to see you today and be able to share your experience amongst not only us but to everybody that's on the Zoom tonight, because it's life and death.
Right. Yeah.
So good for you.
That's so grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your experience, strength, and hope with all of us. And congratulations
Hell
on your
yeah.
job and everything that's
you.
happening in your life. You deserve
Thank
it.
you.
It's all well deserved.
For
You know,
sure.
you worked hard to get to where you are today, and this is just the beginning.
Oh,
So keep
sure.
going. Keep going.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right,
It
guys.
works if you work it.
Yep.
Let's
Work
open
it.
this bad boy up. I see a hand raised.
Joe B.
It's Joe Pip. Obviously, Joe, just want to clarify that Joe is not working again tonight. He is, unless he's doing some online stuff. Oh, you know what?
Joe's
He
unemployed.
actually might be
you know what?
doing
Joe,
some
Joe's
on-
unemployed. Joe's looking for a job, I think.
No,
Joe
it
is
looks like
unemployed.
he's doing some online work tonight.
Is he auditing someone?
All right. you're up, Joe.
I got work at 1 a.m.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured.
Joe, I'm an alcoholic.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Let me tell you why I love this program so much. Because if this was when I first came in a few years ago and I heard you speaking, I would have left the meeting because I wouldn't think I could identify with you. On the outside, we're completely different, but I got the message. And what I heard was you struggled early on, not knowing who you were. You were disobedient to your family. You didn't feel loved, so you sought comfort outside, started chasing the needle, and life got really bad. And you didn't want to live. That's me. That's my story, right? And I love it. I was able to identify with you. And, you know, I hear the gratitude. I hear the hope. I hear how much you understand your disease. And it's amazing because this disease really doesn't discriminate. Doesn't matter what we look like. We all got the same rotten brain,
Yep.
you know? And if we just do a little bit of work, like you said, you went to lengths to get high. The amount of effort I put in to get wrecked, if I just do a fraction of that, I'm a whole different person, you know? And the miracle is this, the steps. For me, the steps were amazing. You know, and it changed everything about my life. I'm so happy that I don't have to pass judgment on anybody. I live and let live, life on life's terms. Life is amazing. I've never been happier. And I'm assuming there's so much more happiness in front of me, right? And it's crazy because like 20 years ago, I used to think if half the world, if half the world was on ecstasy, the world would be a great place, right? Everyone would be happy. And fast forward 20 years, half the people are on drugs and the world is a shit show. So it's clearly not the drugs that make people happy, man. It's doing the work.
Yeah.
That's it. It's such a simple program and it works. I heard some advertisement said AA has a 6% success rate. This guy's been flowing around social media and I commented, I said, that's false. It's got a 100% success rate if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? Just do it right. Get out of your own way. Listen to somebody else. Be honest. Don't worry about the emotions. It's normal. Deal with your emotions. You know, when I'm sad, I should cry. That's what normal people do. You know, and this life is amazing. It's dope as fuck. Excuse my language. Oh, I didn't want to curse, damn, but I cursed. Sorry about that.
Actually,
But it
You're gonna have to put some money in our jar.
yeah, you
here.
cursed twice, actually. You said damn also.
damn's not a curse.
Officially, it's
The
a curse.
the nerve of coming to,
Officially, it's a curse.
like, the fact that these two potty mouths are even saying anything to you is
That's
shocking.
true. I know,
Fuck
but
that.
it's all good. No,
Sorry,
but
Mom.
seriously, before I run out of time, I just want to tell any newcomers in here, please give this a chance. Don't quit until the miracle happens, because I'm a miracle. And if you want to know my story, I'll tell you in depth. But this is amazing. This is the life hack. This is it right here. All the things we mess with the substance, that shit ain't working. This is it. Give it a try. Please. I promise you, you won't regret it. That's all I got. Thank you for your story, sweetie. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks, Joe.
Amen.
You are right, Joe, and you know it
Facts.
clearly states in the Alcoholics Anonymous book, word for word, rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. So, you know, the 6%, the 94% are not thoroughly following the path. I mean, these are facts. You look. I seen that guy on the internet too. You know, they're just selling coaching for sobriety and
Snake oil.
you know,
This shit's
it's all snake oil, man. You can go to Alcoholics Anonymous. It's free. You don't even have to donate $1. It's just a suggestion, and it's been that way since 19. I'll have to let Chuck Zamzow give the exact date. 28.
29.
He's gonna put it in the comments. I know.
I think it's 1929, right?
I say 28, but I could be wrong.
A long time ago.
Is that no way?
What?
Is that the real
Where?
Serenity Amor?
Oh.
Is it?
Yes.
Holy
yes,
crap!
it is, family. How are you? I love you guys. I cannot wait for Friday. I am so excited.
Oh, snap.
You guys are gonna blow it out of the water again. I already know. But for this share, oh my gosh. First of all, can I just say you're beautiful?
Oh, thank you.
Don't ever for a second think that you're not. The courage that you had tonight, girlfriend, that's not easy. I got a lot of relatable with you. I was also raised in a non-denominational Christian household. Parents were like heavy in the church. I was the guinea pig. So let me just kind of give you some grace for you to feel, because you know what? Lots of times people don't understand that as kids that raise up in ministry with like ministry parents, relatives, whatever, there's a spotlight. There's this like standard of us being poster children. And, you know, I had a child out of wedlock. You know, I got tattoos when I turned 18. So back then, you know, a lot of that stuff was like, oh man, we were wild children, right? So I totally get it. It's very a lot of pressure with those situations sometimes, but I'm super proud of you for sticking through it, because we've all been there, you know. And it's not the fact that you relapsed, it's the fact that you got back up.
Yeah, thank you.
And you kept going. You know what I mean? It's a slip up. You know, we lose ourselves sometimes. And relationships, I was joking around. I put in the comments, I was like, are you a Pisces? Because let me just tell you, water signs are so emotional. We're emotional. And it's just, yeah, relationships are so important in this. So that makes sense that sometimes we gravitate towards that. And like I said, depending on our experiences, sometimes they are toxic. And it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So like I said, the beauty of this is that you did a full-blown butterfly, cocoon, caterpillar transformation.
Thank you.
And give that to yourself. Give that to yourself. Like, seriously, the positive affirmations are imperative. That sets your tone for the day. When you get up and you pray and you meditate and you look in that mirror, it starts with you. And then it dribbles down to everybody else. So when you feed yourself and you feed your soul and you do all these things, it's like that comes off in that energy, in that aura. That's why you can walk in the room and own it. That's why you can walk in the room and they're like, who are you? What do you do? There's just something about you. Like, I gotta know you, right? That tractor beam, sis, it goes full force. Yeah. And it's for his purpose. And that's the thing. You know, when we were waking up, we're deciding, what team am I playing for today? Is it the good guys or is it the bad guys? And just know that the bad guys come at us 50 times harder because they know that we can mess things up for them. We could totally F it up, right? I'm gonna watch my language tonight too, respectfully, but it's like we could totally mess it up. But we're playing for the good guys now. Yes. And it's all for the purpose, and God, higher power, whoever's on this and is listening, if you're new in recovery, this is about a journey. It's a marathon. That's what we all say. It's not a sprint. It's not, you know, this is like a relay race, kind of. We recover together. We recover out loud. And this space that we've created, Hopeaholics, keeping hope alive, bringing unity, all walks of life together, peace, love. That's what we preach about. That's the whole message and the mission and the movement. So again, like, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on here, sharing your story, giving us all the tea, spilling all the tea.
Thank you.
But somebody needed you to serve that, sis. That's
Serve that.
perfect.
Well, I
Somebody needed
appreciate
you
your
to serve 'em
feedback.
some soul food. You served the soul food tonight. I appreciate you. I love you. I hope I get to meet you and give you the biggest
Yes.
hug ever on
I love
Friday.
you too.
Yes. And I love you guys, family. Thank you for letting me share.
We appreciate
See you Friday.
I have a question
That
for
was
you.
beautiful.
I have a question for you. When you were in recovery, and you wanted to have your phone at 9 p.m. And you obviously know the rules and everything like that, what made you stay?
Oh, okay. So to that one story where I was
Yeah.
at the edge of the cliff and I was with 2 other girls.
You were
So
You
I
were
was
in
up
detox,
at
right?
No, they moved me to residential
Okay.
up here,
okay.
and it was my first night, and I didn't want to be there. Like I don't know. It was just because I think it was change. I was so used to the flow at the other house
Sure.
that we were at. So like we programmed there. This
Yep.
was like huge. Like it was like overwhelming. It was like whoa. And then of course I want to know what's going on, and it's none of my business. But I'm just like trying. At the same time, I'm trying to go. Mama Brooke is like, just give it a chance. Just everything's gonna be okay. Just keep. Never mind all that. Just relax. Everything's gonna be okay. Trust me, it's gonna be okay. So I'm at the edge, and the Catherine's trying to collect my phone, and I'm like, no, you're not gonna take my phone. I'm gonna look for me another program, right? So I know the rules, right? They needed my phone from like 6:00,
And now it's 9 p.m.
and now it's 9 p.m. And I'm rolling around the grass like a fool, and I'm like talking to treatment centers, and I'm like, where are you guys located? They say LA, and I'm like, whoa, okay, ooh, not so bad. I can go live in LA, and I can go meet RuPaul, and it's gonna be closer to my doctor's office, in Beverly Hills, So I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm gonna become a pump Barbie if I go to LA.
Sure.
I'll just get more plumped, and then it just was like, and I had all these crazy thoughts in my head. Like it was almost like I relapsed. Like I put myself in this situation. It's crazy how like my negative thoughts took me to this point where I'm at the edge of the cliff, over there at the house up here, and I'm just like at the edge, rolling around, acting a fool. She's trying to help me. Kelly was there at the time, and Kelly was like, Jess, and I'm like, what? And then we got Kelly like, lady, I need your phone, and I'm like, no, and I'm like calling, and she's like, so what are you gonna do? I kept asking, what are you gonna do? Do you know your phone needs to be turned in? I'm like, yes. I don't know. I just surrendered. But I did good. I was there for 46 days,
Wow.
and I kept asking when I'm gonna get my phone back. I kept asking when I'm gonna get my phone back, and they're like, after you get to sober living, So.
Wow.
I think
you.
you know what it took. It took them. They came outside the house and they talked to me, and I got that one-on-one. So I'm the only girl. There was 2 of us from Hawaii. One left, went back home, and then one from Seattle went back home. So I was the only one there, and I'm like, oh my god, my girls are gone. We roll in packs, right? So that's one thing I changed this time around is rolling like I'm the baddest B word, because I'm really good at that.
Yeah.
I'm all that, blah, blah, blah. So that's one thing I had to change. I sat back. Catherine put me in my place. Kelly put me in my place. Mitch put me in my place. And I was like, you guys are right. I got a problem. I was trying to follow these girls. They were trying to go to other programs. And one girl's all negative about this place. She read the reviews, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. And I'm like, really? Well, Alika, and I call Alika, and he's like, he also motivated me. He's like, Jazz, he made me realize like how our mind works and like what I'm used to. So like I had to get super uncomfortable, and it was super uncomfortable. Like the girls in the house, I didn't know. I had to make new connections. I had to like really become vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I cried a lot. I did cry a lot. The whole night I cried, and I was sweating. I was like, oh my god, I'm so hot. I'm sweating. I'm having a menopausing in residential. I was such a diva. Kelly was like, what's wrong with you? But I got through it. The phone thing though, it was rough because I want to talk to my family.
Of course.
But then I utilized the time that we're here.
Yeah.
So we got our phone when we're at the center and stuff. So I utilized that time, and it became like accustomed to me. I got used to it, and I was like, it was uncomfortable, but I got through it.
Yeah.
And I just sticked around the winners. I sticked around people that wanted this. I looked at certain people like, I want that, I watch your guys' podcast. I'm like, I want to be on there. And then
Look at you.
they reached out to me, and look at me. I'm here
You're on it.
tonight. You know,
Look at
I feel
that.
like a celebrity.
Yes, girl. Yes.
And then, you know, I want everything, right? I go to these meetings and I see everybody with these nice cars. And I in one meeting I went to, and they were like, anybody looking for a sponsor? And nobody raising their hands, and it was quiet. And it was almost like God was waiting for me to raise my hand. And I had only 11 days sober. And I'm like, wow, this meeting is beautiful. Look at their cars. Everybody has Corvettes. They have lifted trucks. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I want what these people got. So in that meeting, I raised my hand and I got my first sponsor. And I was in detox still. And I just, you know, I shared at 11 days. And that's something that I never did before. I've always stayed real quiet.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to talk to people. I had this wall, you know, that facade.
Yep.
So I started rolling around here with no makeup. That helped too.
Wow.
I started to not wear makeup coming to class just so I can see who I really am. You know, I needed to find who Jeslyn really is instead of putting up that facade, that mask every day and pretending. Yeah. So the groups that I went to during my treatments, you know, it really helped me. The facilitators was amazing. It made me realize who I really am. And it's okay to be who I am. And I think what helped me a lot today is I get to live the most authentic self, you know, and be okay with it. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's
I love that.
that's the real deal right there.
Yeah.
That is what recovery is learning to live in our authentic selves, you know, and sometimes our authentic selves are uncomfortable, but there's no growth in us just being comfortable all the
Right.
time. You know, you got to walk through that hard stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I want, and I'm not asking a question in any way, shape, or form, but like, you know, I wonder what happened to those other two girls. You know, like you can't run
Right.
from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the grass is never greener on the other side.
Yeah.
The grass
In anything.
the grass is greener right where you water it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, good for you
Thank you.
Yeah.
because you're sober, you're progressing in life, and that's what this recovery thing's all about. We got another hand up. We got Grant Carabendian.
Very good sounding out.
we like to butcher people's names around here.
Sorry, Grant.
We'll just go with Grant. What's happening, Grant?
Hi, Grant.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? First and foremost, I wanted to say, yeah, congratulations for finding, you know, that like light in the darkness, right? God definitely removed judgment from my eyes as well, Joe. So I could really relate. And it's Jez, right? Yeah,
Correct.
I've been following. So, you know, it's crazy because I got the same premonition from, I'll say it, from my Lord, right? And it really, it changed my life forever when it came true. You know what I mean? I lost my dad to COVID, and I was gnarly, fentanyl, heroin, meth, everything that you could think of. I grew up in Orange County, and it's just a trip, right? It's a trip how everything kind of like transpired, because God told me you're going to lose your father when you go to detox. And yeah, you know, that happened. And I had to go through a bunch of shit, you know. I have a year and 8 months now. And dude, I couldn't be any more proud of myself. And when it comes to like, you know, really finding that authentic self, man, God shows it's the gratitude. It's the highest level of my frequency. That's how I manifest whatever the hell it is I want, right? And it's because I'm thankful that I have another chance at this beautiful thing called life. And you know, you guys putting out this podcast and doing this thing, you know, I follow you guys, you know. I've never really attended a meeting, but when you said authentic self, and was it Chad? Chad was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I got to speak up, because really finding that self-awareness and that awareness for others, and really use that perception to perspective, right? You've never walked a day in their shoes. So, for you to pass judgment, it wouldn't be from God, so it's just so incredible, man. It's so incredible to be here and yeah, just to have this opportunity, this platform, right? To speak to you guys, because we're all doing the same thing every day, and yeah, hell yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
and
thank you.
Great job, Jess. You killed
Thank
it.
you. Good
Yeah.
job to you too.
Yeah,
For-
congratulations.
Yeah.
I like Grant a lot.
Congratulations on
I really like Grant a lot. Grant, are you single? I mean, I'm married. I'm just wondering because there's a lot of.
He's
The
too
worst.
much.
No, I'm
He
just,
is. I have
I'm
to
just
deal with his
saying
ass
he's a
every
good-looking
day.
man. You could tell that
So
he's got God in his.
inappropriate,
You could
out
tell
of
he's got
control.
God in his eyes. You could tell he's a
First
man.
of all, we're in
he's
a
a man
meeting,
of God.
and the one thing that we say is like, stay out of relationships. But
No,
you know
I'm
what?
just saying the guy's
Way
got
to
a year
go.
and 8 months. Maybe he's single. Maybe he's looking to get into. I don't know.
See what? One time you leave, Shane immediately is trying to see if somebody is single in our meeting. Wild. You're a wild beast. He definitely needs to be caged up.
All right, sorry. Grant, if I was inappropriate with you, I apologize, brother.
He's from Canada.
Oh yeah. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, yeah.
That's what you forgot.
Grant, keep it up, bro.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
A year
God
and
is
8
in your
months
heart. I
amazing,
can hear it
yes.
in your voice. I see it in your eyes, man. It's beautiful.
And I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Shane is from Canada, and
That should say it all.
that's all that needs to be said.
100%.
Yeah, he's Canadian. Doesn't understand what goes on here in America,
no.
even though he's been here for like 19 years now.
No, it's hard to catch on.
Look at even
Oh,
Chuck
okay.
Zamzow shaking his head. He's just in shock right now. He's in utter shock, which is rare.
Rare.
I think
Especially
I think we put Julian to sleep tonight. Look at him; he's not moving. He hasn't moved in 8 minutes. Oh,
Oh.
there he is.
Casey, I'm glad you're here. I'm
Yeah.
just reading the comment. It says that they've missed the meeting. It's been a few weeks, so I'm glad that you were back. And the speaker, I need more of her message. Love that. See what you're doing? And like, I love that.
I love that.
It's
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we got time for one more share. Does anybody want to share?
Oh, Chuck.
Oh.
Bring us on home, Chuck.
Bring
Oh,
us
yeah.
home tonight, Chuck.
We only have 6 minutes, though. Is that enough time for Chuck?
Yes.
All right, I'm just saying.
Jeez, Shane.
God,
Chuck's your only advocate.
I love Chuck.
you
he
should-
knows
you
that.
should- you should be
I
nice
said
to
Chuck
Chuck.
Smiley. I'm. That's fine. Don't you get between me and
Oh
Chuck.
Lord.
Don't you get between
Oh,
me and
Lord.
fucking-
Chuck loves me too.
Chuck, don't get between
Don't
me and
make Chuck
Natalie.
pick sides, Shane. Don't make Chuck pick sides.
Not on the air, anyways.
No.
Chuck, I cry easy, bro.
Not
I
today.
cry easy, man.
Chuck, I know where you stand.
I'm.
I'm just playing.
Why would you say that though?
I ain't got favorites,
If you-
guys. No
Shane-
favorites
I
here.
got a fucking long drive home, man.
Shane, you can't dish it out if you can't take it, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
Hey, Zemzo.
Hey,
Take us home.
Just tell them to sit back, shut up, and smile for a little bit.
Right.
That's
There
all
you
you
go.
got to
All
do.
right, I'll listen to you, Chuck.
We do that all day long, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck. It gets tiresome.
I'm sorry.
It gets tiresome. Okay.
Jesus.
See?
God, man.
Right? Chuck. This is what we deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Good Lord,
And
brother.
you guys are experiencing it, so apologies to everybody in this Zoom.
Hey, Grant.
God.
Hey, Grant. How you doing?
All
buddy?
right, take us home, Chuck.
All right. All right, man. You know, my name's Chuck. I'm an alcoholic.
Chuck.
Grateful
Hey,
I
Chuck.
woke up today instead of coming to.
That's right.
You know, that was a great message tonight. Man, there's a lot I can put together with this, but the main thing I could put together with this was being able to look in the mirror and be comfortable with myself each and every morning when I wake up, look in the mirror and say, I'm happy with that person in the mirror today. And I kind of got that out of the message today, being at peace with myself,
Yeah.
being at peace at this time and moment, and getting through the day. Rarely have we seen a person fail to really follow this path, you know,
Boom.
carrying a message to the sick and suffering that are still can't make it to the rooms or wherever. And that's kind of what the message I've gotten today, not just in here, but in the meeting I go to locally. I got the same kind of message today. So that's a godsend to me saying, hey, listen, I wasn't really going to talk tonight. I've been kind of keeping my mouth shut lately because I want to been listening a lot to all the newcomers coming into this meeting and everywhere else because I don't like hearing myself talk a lot. So sometimes I got to sit back, shut up, and smile and listen because I get a lot from that. And I'm grateful for the old guys that told me to sit down and say, hey, you don't have it all figured out, my friend. That's why you're sitting here. And I don't mind that today. But, trust God, clean house, and help others. Pretty simple. And I like to keep things simple, as boring as that sounds. And, man, it was just a good message tonight. Just a good message that, congratulations on time so far. Congratulations what's going on in life. More will be revealed.
Yeah.
Remember that. More will be revealed. And I remember a lot of the old guys were saying, stick around, and you're going to become one of us. And I was like, I can try to do that. So let's see what happens for today. All we have is 24 hours, man.
Yeah.
That's all we got. 24 hours. Make it through. Next day, wake up. Thank God or whoever anybody believes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for another day of waking up and enjoying life on life's terms, even though it sucks sometimes. But that's what life's about. Being able to find yourself. The drink's gone. I got to work on myself today.
For sure.
I got to remember that. The drink's been gone for a long time, so I got to keep working on what's between my ears is that brain.
Right.
So that's all I got tonight, everybody.
Wait, I'm going to give you some feedback real quick. I like what you just said because that's what I told before I graduated the program. I was like, holy crap, anything that happens to me after this, I can't blame the drug. It's all me after this and what goes on in my head.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
I love that. I
No
love
problem.
that.
Chuck's
I
the
love that.
man.
Thanks.
We
Chuck.
love you, Chuck. We love you, everybody. And thank you so much for your
I
lead.
just want to take note. I'm a big proponent of don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle happens. And that's the whole like grass is greener on the other side. Just stay, man. Don't leave. Just stay.
Yeah.
We all know what life is like out there.
For sure.
We all know what life is like out there. And I can guarantee you that sitting here is much, much better. Much better, And there's 29 people that stayed here tonight. And there's 29 people that are going to dance out with us as they turn their cameras on now because we're getting ready to dance out.
Technically 36.
36 people in this, including the people in this room, that I know aren't going to get loaded tonight, because you stuck it out. You did your recovery, and we get to go to bed clean and serene tonight.
That's right.
To turn on your cameras, let's get ready to party because we are the only
Oh, gosh.
Zoom meeting.
Guys, he doesn't know this. But I'll let him go. Sorry.
You know of any, Julian, any other Zoom meetings that's doing this stuff? I don't think so. Yeah. Let's go to put our hands up in the air, everybody. Let's get going. We're going to dance it out. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. See you guys next week,
Love you
same
guys.
time.
Thank you, Jen.
If you're local, we have a meeting in person here
Oh,
Friday
yes,
night,
Friday
6 to
night.
8. Hope by the Sea.
Yes.
See you guys there.
Well, that was fabulous.
You did amazing.